Very good afternoon, Mansiji. Thank you so much for joining for this Let's Talk show. Let's Talk show is the show where we invite all the industry experts and the people, those who are really contributing to the society and the community. In today's podcast, we will be going to learn more about image building, branding. What is business image? What is business image, and how is it really important for a leader, for a corporate leader, for anyone to build the image and the brand, and how they can really make themselves their more valuable amongst the society. So my first question is why personal branding is so important.
Okay, sir, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. Honored and privileged. So, coming to personal branding, why is personal branding so important? I'll explain this with the help of an example. बहुत पहले एक ad jingle आता था, हर एक दोस्त कमीना होता है, and then वो modify हो गया to saying that हर एक दोस्त जरूरी होता है, because हर एक दोस्त का एक characteristic होता है. एंड हमारी लाइफ में भी ऐसा होता है, वी हैव सर्टेन पीपल टू डू सर्टेन टास्क. हमको फाइनेंशियल ट्रबल आ गई, सो वी नो कि हमको किसके पास जाना है. हमको कुछ कल्चर ट्रेडिशन समझने हैं, तो हमको पता है हमको किसके पास जाना है. हमको बोर हो रहा है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है इवनिंग कैसे स्पेंड करें, सो वी नो एग्जैक्टली व्हाट टू गो. दैट इज पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग. व्हेन यू आर नोन फॉर समथिंग, दैट समथिंग इज योर पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग. Now what happens in professional life is, if you look around you, आप कोई भी profession ले लीजिए, when you look around you, people are known, the professionals are known for certain things. Because I have a HR background, मैं थोड़ा HR perspective से बात करती हूँ. See, if you look at any HR leader in the world, okay, there's no HR leader who is an expert at everything. Every HR leader has their niche. Somebody may be very good at comp and ben, so somebody might be very good with engagement. Or somebody might be very good with handling the board. So हर एक का एक अलग अलग niche होता है. So that thing that you're good at is your personal branding. And everybody, like for example, Pankaj Sharma will be known for something. That is Pankaj Sharma's personal brand. Mansi Lal Sawant is known for something. That is Mansi Lal Sawant's personal brand. So हर एक का एक personal brand होता है. Now coming to what does it do for you? Yeah, why should you consciously develop a personal brand? The most important thing that a personal brand does is it gets you opportunities that are bigger and brighter. If we have to grow, I'm talking purely from the professional perspective. If you want to grow in the profession, तो opportunities तो चाहिए. बिना opportunity के none of us can grow. And if you have a personal brand that is consciously developed, then you have bigger, better, brighter opportunities. And आज की दुनिया में where there's fierce competition, things change by the day. Today's age for professionals who want to be successful, personal branding is not a choice. ऐसा नहीं मन आया तो कर लिया. Today it is a necessity. So for any professional, developing a personal brand today is a necessity.
In corporate, we see many people, those who really wanted to go up in their career or the ladder in the that particular career. Slowly and gradually, there are some people, those who are known for that particular characteristics.
Yeah.
But that is by default. Now, how can we convert this into by design? There are many people, those who aspire to become something, but I feel that because of the deficiency of knowing about the certain attribute which really contribute to them to be making them as a brand, what really few contributors which can really help someone by design they can really shape up.
So there's only one parameter, and that one parameter is the defining factor. इस पार या उस पार हो जाता है. And that factor is how can you use your knowledge or your talent to help others. आप किसी भी प्रोफेशन में किसी भी लेवल पे हैं, किसी भी स्पेशलाइजेशन पे हैं, you can always help others. And the moment that talent, that knowledge is employed to use others succeed, that's it, वो बन जाता है. But वो it's not an overnight thing. ऐसा नहीं होता कि आपने आज start किया और वो बन गया. It takes time. So when people will observe it once, you did something once, people observed it. You did something the second time, people observed it. Third time, fourth time. When there is a pattern, then people know, okay, I want to understand XYZ thing, I have to go here. That is how a personal brand is made. When people start, most of us, when we start in our careers, when we are young, there's no deliberation, we just keep doing. But as from the mid senior level, when we reach there, then that is the time when we start putting conscious efforts. So if you look at personal brand, your personal brand comprises of how you're treating people, what you're saying, how you're saying, and what you're not saying, and how you're carrying yourself. Which is ECG. So etiquette is how you treat people, communication is what you say, how you say, what you don't say, and G is grooming. But at the base of all this is your talent and knowledge, which means if you don't have the talent and the knowledge, the ECG will not develop your personal brand.
Let's understand something from these international people, those who are known for their work. Take an example of Steve Jobs. Take an example for Mark Zuckerberg, or maybe the Elon Musk, or maybe Bill Gates. Right? These people are known for their work, known for something. What they have really contributed, and over a period of time, they are brand themselves. Can we have learning from these international people? Now coming after this, we may go to the political leaders also, possibly Putin, or maybe the Biden, or maybe Narendra Modi for that matter, or you can take an example of even Rahul Gandhi also. Right, some of them, they are known for their characteristics, their branding, the way they are grooming themselves, the way they are presenting themselves at the bigger, the stage and the bigger forum like that. So how do you see, what are the few contributors, especially for these people, those who are corporate leader, those who are really, shaping themselves and really helping the community, or maybe for the political leaders?
Okay, I'll begin with a very simple example of G20.
Yeah.
So at G20, our Prime Minister had presented India in a different light. But along with that, he had also presented himself in Indian outfits.
Yeah.
Okay. Then there was this Naya Parliament ka opening, and we saw the uniforms have changed and they've all gone Indian. Okay, so now there is a buzz that Indian wear is now going to enter in Indian offices. Like अभी तक India offices में हम लोग, especially men, were always in trousers and shirts, but now that is slowly going to change. Now you will also have men who will wear kurtas, short kurtas, come in kurta pajamas, and wear a Nehru jacket. So that is the trend that is going to come. But beyond this, when we look at G20, so it is true that our Prime Minister has presented India in a certain way and presented himself in a certain way. The whole point is, what did we achieve in G20? There was an objective, and everything else was aligned with the objective. And that is what happens with most of the people. So I'll give you Steve Jobs' example, or Mark Zuckerberg's example. Most of the time they are clad in a certain kind of an outfit. Like we know Mark Zuckerberg is always in a grey t-shirt. We know that Steve Jobs was always in a black turtleneck. So they are presenting themselves in a certain way. But what we have to remember is that ये सब जो होता है ना, उसका alignment हमेशा एक objective के साथ होता है. Steve Jobs का objective था to make Apple the best. He knew he can do it. Okay, या Mark Zuckerberg का एक objective है कि they should have Facebook at a certain level. So जब हमारा objective के साथ alignment होता है personal branding का, boom, the results are amazing, and that is when the results will actually come. So ये personal branding जो होती है, that one is at individual level, because the individual feels कि I want to achieve this for myself. The second is also at an organizational level. Like there are many organizations who actually sponsor attires for their employees. Okay, unko they bakaida get an allowance for their outfits, because the organization is very clear on what is the brand that they want to convey to the members of the public outside.
Important thing, for this image building. Many times, people are creating a different kind of sound for their organization, for their product, for their, maybe the way the logo design and these all things happen. So whenever you remember the Airtel, the tune. Yeah. or maybe for that matter, any tune for like Vodafone or anyone. The moment you hear that, you get to learn about that particular brand. Now, in your experience, you have been, into this business of image building, business image building. What are the common things you found in India which is really missing in the people, and then how you're helping them?
So one thing that I find, which is a very big mind block in India even today, is that people think that अच्छे कपड़े पहनना is vanity. It's ऐसा नहीं होता है. हमारी थिंकिंग अभी भी ये है, हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं पढ़ाई पे कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो ना, कपड़ा छोड़ो. जब हम बड़े हुए हैं, we've grown up with this thinking with our parents saying कि ठीक है कपड़ा उपड़ा तो बाद में देख लेना, पहले पढ़ाई करो, पहले नंबर लेके आओ, be good in your studies. Now what happens is कि जब हम बच्चे होते हैं तब तो ठीक है, but once you get into the professional life, the competition is fierce. आप जितने अच्छे से डिलीवर कर सकते हैं, the justice that you can do to your role, your competition can do an equal kind of a justice. So then उसमें फिर the varying factor क्या हो जाता है? Why should you be preferred? That only factor is trust. जो भी ट्रस्ट, लाइक आपने कितनी बार, यू आर एन HR, आपने मुझसे ज्यादा बार ये सुना होगा, वो बॉस का चमचा है, वो बॉस की चमची है, बॉस उसी को प्रेफर करता है. क्यों प्रेफर करता है? बिकॉज देयर इज अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ ट्रस्ट. बॉस को मालूम है मैंने इसको ये काम बोला तो ये हो जाएगा. एंड एट लीडरशिप पोजीशंस नजर, द बॉस वांट्स मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स डन. Implementation has to be perfect. The boss doesn't want too much on his head because he's already doing strategy के साथ he's doing implementation. So if you look at from his perspective, then he wants implementation and to happen very fast. So that trust factor comes not just with your marks, it comes not just with your productivity, it comes with your ECG. So ECG is etiquette, communication and grooming, which together make your image.
Yeah, wonderful. Nicely shared, Mansi ji. Another important thing, let's take an example of myself, Pankaj Sharma. I'm going to speak to a forum where the large audience is there. And I am in my normal attire. I don't pick up, the best of my attire, and I just go and deliver the talk. This is the scenario number one. The scenario number two, before I go, the talk is same, the content is same, but before I go and appear in front of these people, I bring all the best of my attire, shirt, pant, trouser, and jacket and everything, and then I present. Now there is a huge difference into this. Right. So people will be able to, remember, and they will be able to relate that the person who was into this color of jacket or maybe the blazer or something, and this is called possibly the longer effect as compared to without having this. So how does what you said is second one is ECG grooming now here? I feel that the most important one. How does that really helps for anyone to going for a meeting, going to the office, going to any important negotiations with someone?
Yeah, so sir, I'm going to explain this with two examples. I'm talking like समझिए आज से 25-27 साल पहले when we wouldn't get to see celebrities so much. I'm talking about the Bollywood celebrities.
Yeah.
आजकल तो आपको बहुत Bollywood celebrity कई जगह दिख जाते हैं, but those were the days when we didn't really get to see them so much. So अगर आपको कोई celebrity दिख जाता था, it used to be a big hoo-halla. अरे I saw this person. But उसके साथ ना कई बार ये comment भी आता था, अरे I saw this person, लेकिन वो स्क्रीन पे तो ऐसा दिखता है, वो सामने से तो बड़ा मामूली सा दिखता है. ओके, दैट डिफरेंस कि आप स्क्रीन पे ऐसे दिखते हो, सामने से ऐसे दिखते हो, दैट इज द मैजिक ऑफ ग्रूमिंग. सो ग्रूमिंग प्लेस अ वेरी वाइटल रोल, एंड ग्रूमिंग इज नॉट जस्ट हैविंग योर आउटफिट्स. Of course, outfits is very important. Along with that, it is also important on what kind of accessories that you're choosing. A lot of times, we buy a lot of big brands and we forget to buy accessories. Yeah, accessories ऐसे कुछ भी उठा लेते हैं. So accessories is equally important. The colors are very important. Some colors are business colors, some colors are social colors. आपके profession के हिसाब से you got to choose the color. And the last thing that is very important is self-care. If you haven't invested in yourself, ना वो दिख जाता है. And now I'll give you the second example. So मेरे client हैं, just before the pandemic hit, वो एक दिन अपने बेटे को लेके आए and he said कि मैम इसका grooming आप मुझे करके दो. So I was talking to that child and the child could afford any brand you name under the sun. आप सिर्फ नाम लीजिए, वो कर लेगा. And I explained to that child कि ब्रांड पहनने से आप ब्रांड नहीं बनते हो. आप सिर्फ ब्रांड कैरी कर रहे हो. बट इफ यू आर अ ब्रांड, आप 200 रुपए की भी शर्ट पहनोगे ना तो भी आपकी वैल्यू कम नहीं होगी. बट टू मेक योरसेल्फ अ ब्रांड, you got to invest in yourself. Especially at that age, when you are like 19, 20, the knowledge that you gain is far more important at that point in time. And as you move in your career, grooming se personal style se personal brand. These are the 3 steps. So step number 1, step number 2, step number 3 aap kar lijiye and you'll be set in your profession.
Coming to the color, you shared something about color. Right, you shared something about the social color and the professional color or something. Can you share more about this? If someone who is a professional wanted to go for a bigger meeting or appear for the bigger interview for the higher level, senior level position or something, yeah.
So the color is very industry dependent. So I'll give an example of one of my clients. This gentleman was the vice president with a bank, moving on to another bank to become the senior vice president. Now when he came to us, he said, Mansi, I want you to define my personal style. When we gave him his personal style, 90% of his wardrobe was blue. Because in the financial world, the dominant color is blue. It might get very boring, but that is how it is. So you have to reflect your industry. On the other hand, if you are in a profession like, say, baking, confectionery, then you can wear maybe bright colors like pink or yellow. Now, coming to your very specific question, if you're going for a senior level interview. So if you're going for a senior level interview, there are some colors that are very safe. It doesn't matter which industry you are, but they're very safe. So I'll just count those colors for you. So one of those colors is black. There's white. There's gray. Off-white, beige, tan, dark blue, navy blue, dark green. There's a rose pink color, which means, it's a pink mixed with a gray. That is one color. Maroon, tan. So these are the colors that you can bindas aap pehen lo. Kuch nahi ho. These are very safe colors. Iske beyond, like if you see most of the men, irrespective of industry, because I do consulting, I can tell you, whenever men come with their wives, all the wives have just one complaint. They're like, Mansi, इनकी wardrobe में थोड़ा color डालो. इनके पास से blue shirts है. Blue के जितने range होंगे ना, all men will have a wardrobe which is blue. Okay, so that's a color that works very well with men. But beyond that, also for men, you can wear so many other colors. You can wear all pastels. Don't go in for bright color. Like to give you an example, जैसे red color होता है ना, एक bright red होता है, लेकिन फिर एक pastel red भी होता है. So you can go in for pastel reds. Okay, but if somebody is really serious about getting their colors done to understand what colors they are, I would suggest please अपना color analysis करा लीजिए image consultant से. They will tell you exactly the color. Sir, I'm reminded of a story. मैं बोलूँ क्या?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
So this was very long back, समझिए around 2017-18. ये पार्टीज होती है ना, लाइक बॉम्बे में तो इतनी गर्मी होती है कि इट्स ओनली बिटवीन नवंबर एंड फेब जो हम ओपन एयर पार्टीज कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज वी हैव टू डू ऑल पार्टीज इंडोर. तो एक पार्टी में मैं गई थी, तो मतलब ऐसा होता है ना, पार्टी में जाते हैं तो अलग अलग लोगों से मिलते हैं. सो आई मेट समबडी हु वाज एन एस्ट्रोलॉजर. तो ही आस्क्ड मी कि अ सीनियर लेवल जेंटलमैन, मस्ट बी 60-62. सो ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप क्या करते हो. Oh, I said, sir, मैं image consultant हूँ. And he didn't know what image consulting was. तो मैंने उनको सब समझाया. He kept listening very intently कि etiquette क्या होता है, dining etiquette क्या होता है, and communication क्या होता है, body language क्या होता है, and grooming क्या होता है, colors क्या होते हैं. He kept listening. और जब वो colors का point आया ना, he just looked at me blank, very blank, no expression on his face. Then he asked me, कैसे calculate करते हो आप colors? Like when I told him कि personal colors होते हैं और हर एक का personal color palette अलग होता है. So I told him कि सर जब हम calculate करते हैं, हम आपका eye color देखते हैं, skin color देखते हैं, hair color देखते हैं, plus आपकी industry का combination देखते हैं. कभी कभी कुछ लोगों को स्किन एलर्जीज होती है, डिजीजेस होती हैं, वो पूरा स्टडी करते हैं और फिर एक पैलेट बनाते हैं. एंड देन ही जस्ट लुक्ड एट मी. आई मीन देयर वाज नो एक्सप्रेशन ऑन हिज फेस, ही वाज ब्लैंक. I was like, यार मैंने कुछ गलत बोल दिया. I don't know what to do, and he just kept looking at me and then he said, बेटा अगर आप ये सब करोगे तो हम क्या करेंगे? I was elated because you know the color theory that we work on was perfect. And ये जो lucky colors का जो फंडा होता है ना, बहुत से एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स आपसे कहते हैं ये कलर पहनो, ये आपके लिए लकी है. It is very simply the color that you are in harmony with. So जो कलर आपका आईज का है, जो कलर आपके स्किन का है, जो कलर आपके हेयर का है, वही कलर जब आप पहनते हो, you are in sync with yourself and boom, the moment that happens, सारी सक्सेस आपकी है.
Super, very nice. Very, very nice. Very important. And this is, I feel now, after, learning from you, it's similar to, how doctor really diagnose a patient.
Yeah,
Right?
in a way,
So
yes,
you
yes.
do proper diagnosis of the hair color, skin color, eye color, and many more things. So it's more
That's
of
true.
scientific approach, what people think that what image
Yeah.
consultant does. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of science into this. Yeah.
So there's 100% science into it. I mean, when we do the course, when we do the image consulting course, it is always A plus B equal to C. There is no whim, there's no fancy. We are taught those formulae. I've been practicing for 10 years and not once has it gone wrong. The formulae that they teach us are so perfect that if I give it to anybody, even online, I don't even have to meet the person. I know it's going to work.
Very good. Very good. Okay, now let's talk about, the fragrance. Do you have any specific, the formula for that? Some people are coming with that particular perfume and they always used to have that light, mild, fragrance, the way wherever they are sitting, the way, wherever these people are going around something. How someone need to choose? Yeah.
So what happens is every fragrance is different on different people. Because हम सबका एक body odor होता है. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is each one of us has a body odor. When we sweat, it is that odor that comes out. कुछ लोगों के केस में it's very strong kind of a thing. मतलब जो एकदम से hit करता है. कुछ लोगों का इतना mild होता है कि आपको पता भी नहीं चलता है. So every perfume on every individual smells different. And if you're asking me कि अगर कोई एक ऐसा formula है कि ये perfume मेरे ऊपर अच्छा लगेगा, तो I'll give you a formula on how to buy a perfume. Okay, because जैसे हमको ये shops में बेचते हैं perfumes, वैसे खरीदे नहीं जाते. मैं अगर आपको बताऊं कैसे खरीदे जाते हैं, the sales people will start hating me. I'll share that formula कि आप कैसे खरीदिए. So you buy a perfume that you like. So perfumes are divided into categories. There is fruity, there's floral, there's woody, there's greens, but you don't have to bother. When you go to a store, वो एक strip में आपको perfume smell करवाते हैं. And some places they also give you coffee beans to smell and they say कि इसको smell करो तो आप you won't get mixed. The truth is that the human nose can differentiate between smells. So you don't need the coffee beans. तो वो जो स्ट्रिप उनने आपको जिस पर उनने स्प्रे किया है, आप पहले तो स्प्रे करके देखिए कि आपको अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं. सॉरी, स्मेल करके देखिए आपको अच्छा लग रहा है कि नहीं. If you don't like it, of course you're discarding it. But if you like it, just keep it with you. Don't take a decision to buy it, because a perfume is made up of 3 notes. There's a base note, there's a middle note, and there's a top note. Now what happens is जब वो उस उस स्ट्रिप पे स्प्रे कर रहे हैं और आप स्मेल कर रहे हैं, you've taken only the top note. लेकिन you don't know what the middle note and the base note is. So you wait for some hours, like या तो आप मॉल वगैरह घूम लीजिए, या maybe finish certain things, and then after 1.5 hours smell it again. Then see if you like it. Sometimes it goes milder, sometimes it goes stronger, depending on the perfume. Again after 1.5 2 hours, smell it again, and you will get a different smell. And all 3 times, if you like it, then you go and buy the perfume. Now suppose if you want to do that with multiple perfumes, you will get confused कौन सा perfume क्या है. So ask that salesperson, उससे बोलो वो strip के पीछे पहले तो नाम लिखो perfume का, उसके बाद उस पे perfume spray करो. So then you will know कि okay, this is the perfume that I want to pick up. And after, I would say 38, 39, it's a good idea to have a signature fragrance.
Hmm.
आप सेलेक्ट कर लीजिए कौन सी फ्रेग्रेंस आपको अच्छी लगती है एंड देन स्टिक टू इट बिकॉज दैट ऑल्सो बिकम्स अ पार्ट ऑफ योर पर्सनल ब्रांड.
Hmm.
यू नो पीपल विल नो कि ओके पंकज शर्मा है ना, मतलब यही परफ्यूम होगा, या ये परफ्यूम यहाँ वहाँ पड़ा दिख गया मतलब पंकज शर्मा इज अराउंड.
Hmm.
You know, that kind of thing. It puts you in a certain kind of mood. Sometimes fragrance is also a mood elevator.
Yeah.
It tells people around you that okay, now I'm in business mood, let's talk profession, and now I'm in fun mood, so aaj masti kar lenge. But have a signature fragrance. It elevates you completely.
Very nice. Let's talk something about the woman's grooming, the most important
Sure,
topic.
sure.
Yeah. So in corporate, in social, parties and social events, so would you like to share something, especially for the working women, what how should be, their
Yeah,
grooming? What are the
yeah,
things they
yeah,
need to be
yeah.
very careful? Yeah.
Sir, I'm going to make an earnest appeal to all the working women who are watching this podcast. Ladies, if somebody tells you that wearing Western means being professional, it's wrong. You can as much wear Indian outfits and be professional. You don't have to wear Western outfits to be professional. This is one of the biggest. I don't know why women who come to me for consulting, they'll come and say, "Why don't you give me some Western outfits to wear?" And I just tell them, darling, you are professional in an Indian outfit also. I don't know कहाँ से ये myth आ गया है, मे बी कहीं पे आपने किसी स्मार्ट लड़की को देख लिया जो वेस्टर्न आउटफिट पहनी है एंड आपको लगता है कि अरे यार वेस्टर्न में ही हम प्रोफेशनल हो सकते हैं, तो नहीं. सो जब चूज एन आउटफिट, firstly that works for your body shape. Gentlemen, that's for you also. Please get your body shape measured and please dress up as per your body shape. So firstly get your body shape measured. आप body shape के हिसाब से अपने कपड़े पहनिए. Second, please note makeup is not compulsory. I'm again saying this because Pankaj sir has asked me about those myths. A lot of women think कि makeup होगा तो ही I will look professional. Please, makeup is a personal choice. See, I'm wearing makeup because I love to wear makeup. You may not like it, and it's okay. But the only thing that you have to take care of is that your face should not look sad. So always wear a smile. Be nice, be happy, be gay. Let your eyes shine. Okay, and third thing, please wear shoes that are comfortable and professional. Ladies, don't go in for wearing those chum chum wala chappals. Don't go in for wearing those golden chappals. No, look out for footwear that is closed. At the same time, is in any of the business colors that we discussed earlier. Wear professional footwear. And that's it, you're done.
Very nice. And now coming to the very different topic, how does this the impact of this rap songs and movie songs has impact on this? I remember the song of Honey Singh, Blue Eyes, Hypnotize, something, or Badshah is also coming up.
Right,
And
right.
the moment you talk about the Western outfit, I think people may hypnotized because of that model what they wear into that the high heel and something, and there from there possibly people are picking this up or something. So what is that influence of such songs and the models what they use into the songs in this background?
So it does have an impact, to be honest. And how it has an impact is, uh, so I'll talk about the glamour industry and the industry outside of the glamour industry. Glamour industry mein the impact is very big, and everybody's kind of copying a particular trend that is in anything. It could be outfits, it could be shoes, it could be makeup, it could accessories. किसी भी चीज में glamour industry picks it up very fast. The non-glamour industry में क्या होता है, especially with respect to outfits, the trend comes in. And then everybody starts wearing outfits of that trend. Like I'll tell you the trend that just went abhi for ladies was जो कुर्ता था, they had a patchwork सामने. Okay, that was just in and it has just moved out. So yes, trends come and they do impact. And sometimes I think wear trends according to your body shape. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना कि यार मैनिक्विन पे तो आउटफिट बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है लेकिन मैंने पहना तो मजा नहीं आ रहा है. That is because your body shape is not measured. So get your body shape measured. And the funniest thing is that a lot of people have a combination body shape. They don't have a single body shape. So my sincere request, please go to an image consultant, get yourself measured up. They will tell you exactly what outfits to wear. Wear those outfits, the ones in the trend, you will look killer.
How about the jewelry at the in the corporates? You know, the females and the women, working women are coming to
Hmm,
office,
hmm,
and
hmm.
especially I'm coming to moving towards that arena and that area. Lipstick and then nail polish and then
Ha,
colors
ha, ha,
and
ha.
going to bottom, especially the heels and the shoes and
Yeah.
like this. If somebody's height is below 5 feet, 4.5 or something, and then somebody is taller, I think the height is maybe 5.5 or so. How does that differentiate, and what would you like to recommend in this scenario?
Okay, so we'll start with accessories and then we'll go to the shoes.
Yeah.
So, honestly, for men and for women, all accessories have to be something that don't pull away attention. See, I'll give you an example. Abhi, I'm sitting here. Imagine I was wearing big jhumkas and I was talking, the jhumkas were dangling. तो आपकी नजर कहाँ जाती? Where would your attention go? It will go to the jhumkas.
Hmm.
ओके सो अब क्या है 100% फोकस से वो फोकस कम होके 60% 70% हो रहा है ठीक है the moment the focus is diluted the message that is getting conveyed is diluted and the moment the message breaks down the communication breakdown obviously वो results वैसे नहीं आएंगे जो हमको चाहिए so in the professional world what is most important productivity it's important to be productive okay none of us work for having a time pass kind of a thing so productivity is most important so when you are at work ensure all accessories are focused towards work so wear small earrings like say I'm wearing a ring but it is such a chintu ring okay you don't really have to wear something big you want to wear bracelets feel free you want to wear watches feel free wear whatever you want wear it very light you don't really have to wear big things. Sir, I'm going to speak of one more incident here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have this client of mine, जिनको मैंने consult किया था, and she's a chef, and 30 years of age. So she was starting her restaurant, and I had told her कि you should buy small earrings. अब क्या हुआ? Pandemic आ गया. So pandemic में a lot of life changed. No? I mean, all of us got online. So she had asked me, why are you telling me this? कि I should not wear long earrings. I told her, ma'am, जब आप phone ऐसे पकड़ते हो, तो I'll just show it to you. See, this is the phone. Now when I hold the phone, if my earring is long, it will dangle against the phone. So when it dangles, ना वो disturbance होता है. So ठीक है उस समय she agreed, everything went well. अब pandemic आ गया. Pandemic में all of us were online. And technology improved very heavily. So all of us went on to Bluetooth headphones. Now one day she calls me up. This is 2020 December or so. She said, Mansi, ab to pandemic aa gaya. Now we are on headphones, 24/7. So can I wear long earrings now? Okay, so technology also plays a role in the kind of accessories we wear. Having said that, there's also wearable tech. So, in the days to come, you will actually have your earrings which can catch your voice. You will have pendants that can catch your voice. That's very much coming in very soon. Even those, the smart watches, when they started like this big, bunky, chunky things. Now they've gotten more sleek. So those accessories will also change. But my advice to both men and women is whatever accessories you're choosing, choose them light, choose them simple. Don't let any brand be OTT. Over the top, take simple things. Now coming to shoes, whether to wear heels or not to wear heels is your choice. There's no formula. Some women like to wear heels, some don't like to wear heels. Perfectly okay. The only thing that you have to remember is, once again for men and women both, please ensure that your shoes have not faded in color. कभी-कभी क्या होता है, like especially मुंबई में, बारिश इतनी होती है, वो एक बारिश में वो जूते का रंग उड़ जाता है. So that is one important thing. Second is the moment you realize कि वो shoe fade हो रहा है, आप उसको change कर दो. Don't keep wearing it, dragging it. Change the shoe then and there. If you are fond of multiple shoes, कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि मेरे पास 8-10 shoes होने चाहिए. So have one pair in black, have one pair in a shade of brown, and have one pair in a shade of maroon, which is dark red. Also have a pair of sneakers which can be either black or dark blue. If you have these kind of shoes, you're sorted. You're all good to go.
Mhm. Are we forgetting anything which you really wanted to communicate to the audience?
Give yourself half a second to think of three words for that name. As you're watching this video, just give yourself half a second to think of three words what that person is known for. Okay, so let's take the name of Baba Amte. Okay, see, there's some thought that has already come into your mind.
Hmm.
um, Mother Teresa,
Hmm.
Robert Kiyosaki. Now think of Sindhutai Sakpal. Think of Dalai Lama. Um, think of Kiran Baby.
Hmm.
See, as I took these names, something
Hmm.
stirred up in your brains. किसी
Yeah.
ने आके आपको कुछ बताया, कुछ नहीं बताया, आपके ब्रेन ने ऑटोमेटिकली बोला.
Hmm.
That is the power of personal brand. Now take a moment for yourself, sit and think, if your name is taken, what do people think about you?
Hmm.
If you can catch three words, fantastic. If you can't catch three words, then you need to really work on yourself.
Yeah. Very nice. Very important. Good. Yeah. Anything else, Mansiji, if you are missing?
I think there are two things very close to my heart. One thing is, please learn to eat food with respect. आप कटलरी से खाओ, फोक से खाओ, नाइफ से खाओ या हाथ से खाओ, कैसे भी खाओ, eat it with respect. Your plate should be clean. It should not be messy. And it can be learned. See, I've been doing dining etiquette workshops. I can tell you with confidence it can be learned. It takes time, but it is an art that you can learn. It is the purest form of class. But before class, it is the purest form of self-respect. See, food is something जो आप अपने अंदर ले रहे हैं, right? You are consuming food. So if you respect that food, you're consuming respect into yourself, which means you're respecting yourself. So my humble request, please learn how to eat food जैसे भी आपको खाना हो. The second request that I'd like to make with all my audience is respect the greens. So I know I'm going a little tangent from business image, but if you respect greens, which is trees, shrubs, plants at home, plants in the office, जैसे भी आपको अच्छा लगता है, if you respect the greens will respect you back. If you mess with the greens will mess with you. And we've already seen कितने floods आए हैं इस बार season में. I think the floods have been amazing over the last 2-3 years. It's just nature trying to tell you, listen, you mess with me, I don't leave you. I'm not going to spare you, like that. So just respect greens, go plant more greens, and we will definitely have a much better world to live in.
Yeah, very nice. I always recommend, the HR colleagues, if they are watching this podcast. So many people have this HR talent management strategy. So one of the way, how they can really help the nature, especially for the green, you have people's birthday there, employees' birthday. Ask them to plant a tree from their first joining birthday, and then each and every birthday they can go there and see that how much plant has grown up. So possibly, you will have a employee has such a emotional bonding with that particular plant, and this is the one of the very good activity which will help our nature also.
Yeah, very true, sir. Yes, very much.
Yeah, wonderful. Very nice talking with you, and thanks for sharing, all these important points and the attributes which will really help someone to become a much more smarter into the business image building. I feel that the audience, if the leaders are watching this, business leaders are watching this, they can reach out to you for further help and support to understand what really helped them, what is really matching as per their personality, as per their color, as per whatever things are there. Thank you so much, and wonderful. See you in person for having the in-person podcast very soon.
Definitely. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for having me over. It was fun talking to you.